First one's the hardest.
Yeah. So what are some like tips, maybe, 2-3 tips or 5 tips that you can give people to like actually put together enough to, get involved as early as possible? The other, like, because there's other options too, there's different types of loan, schemes and things available. Like, what's the easiest and best options that people can kind of get into to actually get into the property market?
Save money. Don't rely on the bank of mum and dad. However, there is an opportunity for them to go guarantor if you're lucky. Even if you got them on guarantor for 1 year, which is a security to your home loan, right? They sort of say to the bank, well, I own a property here, and I'm trying to help my son out, so you can use my property as a security for my son or daughter to buy their first home.
Yeah.
But I want to be released in a year. So that happens quite often when I'm selling to a young couple or a young professional. They'll often use mum and dad as guarantor.
Does that help with like a smaller deposit amount, or what does that actually help with?
It helps them save LMI, which is lender's mortgage insurance, which is still a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
If you've got a home loan, right, of $1 million, and you're going to tip in, zero, and you're going to borrow the whole $1 million, most banks would have let that happen, in the last year or two, but now they're probably asking for 5 or 10% up front. So that's $100K, right? So in the $100K, well, then you've got lender's mortgage insurance. Sometimes if you can't front the 5 or 10%. So if you wanted to borrow the whole $1 million and you didn't have a guarantor, then you'd be up for more costs. But banks want to see deposits and they want to see security.
Yeah.
And they'll, look after you, so to speak, if you've got that to offer.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's so risky for them. So they will charge you more penalties, more fees, etc.
Yeah. And with the guarantor, they generally can avoid those fees. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Yeah. So, I recently purchased a property as well and all that type of thing. And from my understanding, what they were generally asking for most of the banks is a minimum of about 10% deposit. There are some schemes available, though, where, you can get a lump sum payment, first home buyer grant, that type of thing. In Queensland, we're even more privileged. You don't have to pay stamp duty on your first home. So I think there are a lot of different options available to actually get into the market. But it probably comes back to a little bit of discipline. Like, you might not be able to go out every weekend for that year, all right, to kind of get that
safe.